Hello everyone, my name is Cedric and I'm excited to be your host today. So this live event is all about building experience cloud site with easy. This is a live event, so all lines are mute and this event is being recorded. It will be available on LinkedIn and on YouTube afterwards. At the end, we will have a Q&A, so if you have any question, please put them in the chat box and I will try to catch them as many as possible. Regarding myself, once again, my name is Cedric Verge. I am the co-founder and customer success manager here at Avoni. Avoni, it's all about taking your users, Salesforce user experience to the next level. And we are an ISV partner since 2017. For myself, I have 12 years of experience in the Salesforce ecosystem. What do we have in the agenda today? First, I will briefly discuss about the key challenges in building Experience Cloud site. And then I will show you how you can overcome those challenges by exploring the Avoni components for Experience Cloud. And the best way to show you the product capability is really to do a live demo. So I will do a live demo directly on Experience Cloud to show you how you can enhance and take your Experience Cloud site to the next level. We will have a Q&A session, and then I will finish with some closing remarks and next steps. So what are the key challenges in building Experience Cloud site? The first challenge is the limited standard component available in Experience Cloud site, because Salesforce standard components are often too basic for different requirements of an Experience Cloud site. And also those components need to be more versatile and flexible to adapt to different business needs. Also missing advanced interactive component, because your site needs to be dynamic and engaging to interact with users. And standard components often lack to offer advanced features like interactive banners, like data table, maps, or even timelines that are really great to enhance the Salesforce user experience on Experience Cloud. The second challenge is also the complex brand alignment. Why it's a challenge? Because brand identity is key in the digital world, even for the small UI part like navigation bar or even menu. And usually making these elements matching your brand's color and style can be tough. And it needs careful work, it needs custom code to make your brands look just right. Also, challenges in unique layout and constant design. Standard components are a good start, but they don't offer enough choices for really custom design that match a brand style. And this can make it hard to ensure your whole site fits your brand's look and value. And finally, I will finish those challenges in building Experience Cloud site by mentioning the mobile content responsiveness. And there is some challenges with standard Salesforce component to adapt in different screen size. And this limitation can lead to a frustrating user experience, as component may not display or may not function properly, even on smaller screen size. I'm thinking about the video component or other component that might be not appropriate to use on mobile. And also the need for flexible, responsive design for a consistent user experience. Why it's important? Because layout and design needs to be both flexible and responsive. It's not only about the functionality, but it's also about ensuring your brand look and feel the same on any device to provide really a consistent, engaging user experience. So with all those key challenges in mind. How can you overcome those challenges when you want to build an Experience Cloud site? And that's where the Avoni components comes into play. I'm happy to announce that today we have the Avoni components available for Experience Cloud, part of the same package we already have on the App Exchange. Avoni components are already extremely popular and well-known for building any type of custom solution in Salesforce using Flow Builder, because we have a bunch of components for Flow Builder. And now, part of the same package, we are extending the component for Experience Cloud site. So today you will get access to 27 to be exact, native Avoni components crafted especially for LWR site. Those components can match your brand. So we are also making sure that one of the key challenges we mentioned just before regarding the brand consistency can be answered fully. Components are also fully responsive and can adapt to different screen size, and that's extremely important as well. One of the best features of the managed package we provide with 27 components for LWR site is the ability to get regular updates. We update the package once a month with new features, new component, and we're also trying to listen as much as we can customer feedback. If you have an idea of a new component, that's something we can easily build and provide. The best way for me to showcase the product, it's really to show you a demo about how it looks like on Flow Builder. Let me share my screen of an Experience Cloud site I build using the Avoni component. When you install the package from the App Exchange, you will see the Avoni components right there. So you get access to 27 components. And our goal, it's really to offer to admins and technical architects the exact same option as a developer, but right inside the Salesforce platform. We also following the same color schema regarding the component. So you have green component for content component, like the same color schema structure as standard component. Green for content component. You have blue like the Avoni banner, Avoni layout for layout component. Purple like the Avoni data table, Avoni map for data component. And also a new category of component, because it didn't exist before. It's the red component for all the progress component you can use right inside your Experience Cloud website. For each of our components, let's take the Avoni banner. We built a custom property editor where you can fully customize each component the way you want. For example, for the Avoni banner, you have the flexibility to add a media like a YouTube video or even a video file from your CMS content. And you can customize the title, the caption. Everything is fully customizable. You can align the content to center, for example. Play with media position. And you have styling hooks to customize any part of the Avoni component. I will be able to dive into styling hooks in a few minutes to show you how it's using. Now, let me show you something very interesting regarding our components. Let's take the Avoni accordion component. For some of the component, you have access to what we call a slot. So a slot, it's like a placeholder within a component where you can insert any other component inside, any Avoni component, any Salesforce standard component. So let's say I'd like to drag maybe the text block right there into my accordion. Once again, you can add any other component you want. Just typing the text. Component, set paragraph. So it will match your styling settings you define from the theme. So that's the placeholder, and it's extremely useful and powerful because you can combine multiple components inside, and I will show you a demo of that in a few minutes. Now, regarding the other key challenge, styling customization. How we take care of that. Let's take the Avoni alert. Once again, fully customizable. You have access to all the settings to customize the alert. And if we go on background, you have the ability here to select a color, to define the background color for the banner. But you also have the ability to select an existing token from the theme you define in Experience Cloud. So let's take the brand token. It will automatically match the brand color from the theme. So if you're changing here color, theme, brand, you're changing to a green, it will automatically change the color of this component dynamically based on the value you define right there. So that's extremely flexible and powerful for layout customization and styling customization. Once again, the goal is really to offer the same flexibility as a developer for the styling customization. Let me show you another example of a component we build. The Avoni navigation. It's an extremely complete component, fully customizable and flexible. It works on mobile, and you have access to a lot of settings. For example, data source, you can create your data for the navigation you like to set up. And where it's different from the standard navigation component, it's, let's take the industry. So I have my item label industry, and for the item, I can add sub-item like customer goods. And for customer good, I can add sub-item. So you can have like 3 layers of navigation inside the navigation component. And you also have the ability to set a menu variant. So you have the choice between base, column, tabs, drawer. Let's take drawer, and let's do a preview. And that's the kind of navigation you can set up. For drawer, you can have this kind of navigation, and everything from there is fully customizable. If you want to change the background color, font size, the icon as well, you can customize that from there. If we go back to the builder and select the navigation once again, we can change that to, let's say, tabs. Yep. And you have this type of navigation where, once again, with styling settings, you can customize font size, color, spacing to get something that will match what you want to have on your Experience Cloud site. So that's for the navigation component. On the navigation component, I have one slot here. So I can add any other component. Let's take the Avoni button component and drag it right there. What I want to do is I want to create a contact us button. So it's easy to say contact us for the label, select a variant base. And where it's becoming extremely useful and powerful, it's for some components like the button, you have a link to section. And from there, you can trigger what you'd like to do when users are pressing this button. For example, I like to open a flow I build inside Flow Builder using a bunch of standard components and Avoni components that are part of this package to open a contact form as a model box. So I will say, open flow dialog, select the flow. If needed, you can even pass input variable, and you can even define an interaction when the flow is finished. And for example, let's do a fun stuff. You can say, oh, show me a toast message. Say, thank you. We will contact you shortly. Variant success, so it will be green, and close. So now when you switch to preview, you can click on contact us. The flow is opening as a model box, and you can click on general query to go directly to the next step to fill out the form. So it's extremely dynamic and also flexible regarding that part. Let's get back to the builder again. Now I want to customize another page using other components. And let's take the account detail page. And for the account detail page, I think I already built the header right there displaying the name of the account. That's correct. For an image, using the Avoni container, you have the Avoni media object. Now I want to add content for the main content. And for that, I will drag first the Avoni layout. I want to create a layout of 2 columns. So let's drag the Avoni layout. And you can customize the Avoni layout from there. Let's add another column. And for each column, you have granular controls. So that's easy to say, oh, I want to set this column to be fixed and to define the size. You have up to 12, so you can say 8. And then you can say padding horizontal medium to add some space. And as you can see, because it's a fixed column layout, you can adjust the layout based on the device. So you can have a specific layout for desktop, another layout type for tablet, and the same for mobile. Let's repeat the same process for the right column for padding medium. Okay, I just built the layout. Now I need to add content. And for the left column, I will first drag the Avoni container. Why I'm using the Avoni container? Because I want to create a container that will display as a card, and inside that container, I will be able to drag other elements because I have a slot. So let's do padding, medium. Let's define the padding to have some space, to be consistent. Okay. So I have my container as a card, and now what I can do, we just adjust that to put to boundary. For the container, let's drag the Avoni tabs. And basically here, I want to create 2 tabs. I want to have a detail tab, and I want to have an employee tab. So here, that's the tab component, fully customizable, horizontal, vertical tabs. You have granular controls over the tab. Let's add a tab. Let's say details. Let's select an icon. Set a size. It's really building blocks. For me, it's like Lego bricks I can use to create the user interface I want. Employee. Let's add an icon. Set the same size. Save. So now I have my 2 tabs, details and employee. So for the details tab, I will just drag the standard record detail component, just to display standard field from that specific account. Don't show the title. Employee. Now I want to display a list of employee. But to display a list of employee, I want to leverage a data table. And we have the Avoni data table available, which is one of the most powerful data tables you can find for Salesforce, for Experience Cloud, or for flows. It's a complete data table. You can fully customize anything you want inside that data table. You have a lot of things. So I will make it read-only, for example. And now for the data table, I need to add the data, obviously. So I have a section. As you know, as you can see, you have a lot of things. If you want to have a header, if you want to have pagination, search engine, everything is fully customizable. Data source. I want to create a query and to display the list of the contact of that account. So here I would say contact. Show me the contact. And I will add a filter because I don't want to get all the contact on my Salesforce. So I will add a filter based on the field account ID here equal to, and here I will enter the LWR expression to display the contact based on the account ID for that. So the expression, LWR expression, and you have that on the Salesforce Help Center. It's like passing values into the component by assigning them to attributes. So that's the syntax here. item.id. Perfect. So I just feature my query. Now I need to add column. Data mapping. And here you just need to add column. I want to display first name. Let's display last name. And you can see it's updated live here. And as you can see, again, it's filtering the data with the equal item ID I am on right now. And let's add one last field, it's email. For that, type it's email. Save. So that's for the data table. And let's switch to preview. So you can see the kind of preview you can have, detail, employee, you get the data table, you can customize the data table, everything is fully functional. I'm live on a record page. Let's back to Builder. Now I need to add content right there. So for the content, I will drag the Avoni card. I want to display the current account location using various Avoni components. So let's select the Avoni card. Let's customize that card location, icon. And now, using the slot, that's easy to add map. Let's drag the Avoni map. It's a complete mapping solution using Lightning Map. So I have my map. I will just adjust the zoom level. Let's select 14 to zoom on the city level. I will disable various options because I just want to display a map. I don't want to be able to scroll or to do anything else. Okay, I'm disabling all of that. Now, once again, I need to create the data source. So I need to create the query. Here, I want to display the map based on the account, filtering by the account ID equal to the same LWR expression. So I'm creating the query. It's set up. Now, all I need to do is do the mapping. So the mapping, it's really to make sure that you're mapping the correct field, to make sure that it's adjusting the map to the current location. Street, I will use the street billing street field. City, country, even with that, I'm set. Okay. And as you can see, the map is updated live with the current location as set up. So if we're switching to preview, you can see this kind of records detail page I just built with you using a bunch of Avoni components as well as standard components from Salesforce. But you can see only by using building blocks, I'm able to enhance the visual aspect of my page. You can click on Contact Us. We have this flow that is opening right there, as I show you just before. Back to Builder. So that's for the main demo of the Avoni components. Live demo. If you want to learn more, we are available on the App Exchange. So if you're typing Avoni on the App Exchange, you will be able to find the Avoni component managed package. You can install that on your org. It's free to use on a sandbox, no time limitation. Why? Because we want to give you plenty of time needed to explore all the components available. And that's extremely important for us. We also value transparency, meaning that we have a roadmap that is accessible online where you can easily see what are the upcoming components we are working on. We are working to bring the carousel, the Kanban component, the feeds with the publisher to have like a community for LWR site. Upcoming components for next month, and also component later. Under consideration, you can see components that are under consideration, pricing section, testimonial, barcode scanner. If you want to submit your idea or vote for a component, you have a button, submit your idea, and you can vote for your component. Again, part of the same package, we want to extend the component capabilities. We want to update the package frequently by adding new components and new features. Let me know if you have any specific question regarding the product itself. Once again, it's really part of the same package we already have on the App Exchange. The Avoni components, it's 60 components you can use right inside Flow Builder. And now we are extending the components for digital experience website, part of the same component, to extend the possibility of what you can create on different Salesforce builders, Flow Builder and now digital experience builder. Let me know if you have any question. And if you want to give a test, you can go on the App Exchange, typing Avoni, install the package. It's already live and available. And we also have a documentation website with all the documentation information regarding Experience Cloud component. That's the documentation website where you can find all the components available for Experience Cloud and also what are the settings for each component. We are also updating this documentation website with tutorials about, how can I use the data table to create and configure the data table. So you have interactive step-by-step configuration guide. So I really hope you have enjoyed this demo. Let me know if you have any question. Once again, I will be able to answer your question for the Avoni components. And I know that the best way for you, it's really to test the product. Feel free to go to the App Exchange and to test the components. And we are open to feedback. We want to really improve the product to make sure that it fits your needs. That's pretty much for what I'd like to do for this live event. And I really want to thank you once again for being live today with me. It will be available just after on YouTube, on our YouTube channel, and also on LinkedIn if you want to replay the event. Thank you so much, everyone, and have a great day.